how to create a spiral design in Affinity Photo using gradients and transforms and just a very basic circle, something like that. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to the ellipse tool and create a circle by holding the shift down. And it's filled with a gradient. And you can see fill there in the top left. And key thing here with the gradient, it could be any number of stops in between, but the two end stops need to be the same color and conical as the type. And you can quickly set the colors at the ends to a particular color by using something like the swatches. And you can also add gradients very quickly and easily via the swatches over there. And you can find that in the View and Studio swatches. That's where all the panels are. So now you've got your design. Just go to the Move tool, go to Layer menu and Duplicate. And then just slightly resize it. Very, very subtle resize. Maybe like about 98%. Just move it just slightly. And then also, and keep it obviously in the center, rotate just slightly, 4 or 5 degrees, 2 degrees, whatever. So you can just rotate it around. And you can see now the gradient is slightly shifted. What you can then do, a power transform. You can go to the Layer menu and Duplicate selection, Control or Command J. Repeat the Command or Control J over and over again to rapidly produce a spiral design. Of course, the end result, the spiral you create, will depend on the source gradient, as well as the transformation. Of course, you could apply different transformations, maybe 5 degrees or 6 degrees, etc. Use the Move tool to select all the layers. You can see all the layers in the Layers panel. I want to merge them all together, so go to the Layer menu and Merge Visible. You have your design, a single layer. With Affinity Photo, you also end up with the earlier layers still there. You can, if you wish, just go to the Layers panel and just make them not visible anymore. Or just select them all and delete them. They're not needed anymore. You have a single spiral layer. The end result, depending on the transformation, etc., maybe not exactly perfect. You can see some very subtle movements in that design. So you might want to blur it. A number of blur options are available. Go to the Filters menu and Blur and Gaussian Blur. You can then apply a very subtle blur, maybe 3 or 5, etc. Once you're happy with your spiral, click Apply. You have a lovely spiral design. Now what you can do, you can apply effects to it. Go to Filters menu, maybe deform it, apply mirror, or you can use the Alter option key and drag and duplicate the design. Create multiple copies of your spiral. You can also go to the Layer menu and add color adjustments, adjustment layers, to recolor the spiral. You can scale it, you can rotate it, you can create your own gradients, as well as use the gradients and the swatches to create all kinds of source material. You can also modify the spiral by using equations as well as procedural textures found in the Filters menu. In this tutorial, I just changed the angle by a positive value, but you can also just use negatives as well. Combine them. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Please subscribe to the Graphic Extra channel, always adding new tutorials about Photoshop, Affinity Photo, Illustrator and many others. Please add a comment, always appreciated, a dislike or like. Thank you much.